Hi, I'm Derek Johnson with Tatango.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a scheduled after opt-in message that is sent to consumers after they subscribe to your text messaging campaign. So the reason that most brands want to do a scheduled after opt-in message is to reward the customer for opting in. So this would be send them a coupon or a promotion thanking them for opting in. So what I've done here is I've set up this campaign for a fictitious company, and I'm using the keyword test 910. And I've set up a double opt-in. So as you can see down here, when someone texts the keyword test 910 to the short code, we're doing a double opt-in. And that means that first the consumer has to reply Y or yes when they receive this message. And this message is essentially telling them the terms and conditions of the messaging campaign and making it aware to them that they're opting in for future messages. This is required by the CTIA and the TCPA. So when they reply Y or yes, they're going to get an opt-in message. The opt-in message is here. So this is going to be confirmation that they've gone through the double opt-in and that they're now subscribed to receive the text messages. Now there are some things down here, such as like a second time opt-in message. This one is going to be if the consumer opts in, then opts out, then opts back in again. You could say something along the lines of, welcome back. But for this example, we're just using a standard default template. The fail retry message is if for some reason they don't reply Y or yes, they reply with something else. This would be sent back saying, response not understood. Please reply yes for recurring auto-dialed marketing messages. And then we have the no response down here. So if they don't respond with anything where we're asking for the Y or yes up here, then we will respond, the computer will respond in the software with a message reminding the consumer to reply yes. So when the consumer replies yes, they're going to be opted into the campaign and they're going to get this message. Now we see a lot of SMS marketers actually put the reward or the coupon for opting in into the opt-in message. Now the reason we don't recommend this is, number one, there's a lot of information that needs to be put into the opt-in message. And in the United States, you get 160 characters for an SMS message. So usually there's not enough room or characters to put both the confirmation message, what's required by the CTIA and the TCPA, and even the wireless carriers, in addition to the coupon. So what we recommend is you send an opt-in message which has the legal requirements in it. Then what you'll do is you'll go to messaging, and you'll essentially create a new message that will be scheduled to be sent after an opt-in. So I'm going to go down here, and right now I have 0 subscribers, and I can choose either an SMS message or an MMS message as a scheduled after opt-in message. And just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to put, something along the lines of thanks for joining. Here's your coupon code. And let's just say X, that's the coupon code. And what I'm going to do is, instead of sending now would send to all of the subscribers at the same time. That's not what we want to do. What I want to do is I want to schedule this message. Now, I don't want to schedule this message to send to all the subscribers at a certain time, which you could do right here by clicking on exactly, and you could select, hey, I want to send this on December 6th at 1 p.m. That's not what I want to do. That would be a scheduled message to everyone. What I want to do is I want to schedule a message for to be sent after an opt-in. So there's three different options here, and I'll tell you which one we're going to choose. So there's after all opt-ins, after initial opt-in, and then after non-initial opt-in. The one we're going to choose is after initial opt-in. And the reason I chose after initial opt-in is so that if the consumer is maybe savvy, what they'll do is they'll opt in, they'll get the text message, confirmation says, thank you, you've been subscribed, and then they'll get the scheduled after opt-in message. And let's say, this is save $5, when you purchase $20. So that's a really good deal. They're going to save $5. Well, if you selected after all opt-ins, what the consumer can do is once they get the scheduled after opt-in message, they can then opt out of the campaign, then opt back in, and after they receive the confirmation message, then they'll receive the scheduled after all opt-in message. And then so that consumer can keep just opting in and opting out and continuing to get new promotion codes and then, saving $5. What a brand wants to do is they want to incentivize people to opt in, but also they want to limit their exposure from coupon code fraud, essentially using it multiple times or gaming the system. So our system at Tatango, if you select after initial opt-in, will only send this scheduled after opt-in message after the initial opt-in for that one consumer. Now, as you can see here, there's a couple different options. You can send it immediately after opt-in. You could send it, 5 seconds after opt-in. You could send it minutes, hours, days. For this message, especially because it's essentially a reward message for opting in, you want to send it immediately after they opt in. So once I've created the message, and it can be an SMS or an MMS message. SMS is 160 characters. MMS allows you 500 characters plus a subject plus media content like animated images, static images, video, V-cards, things of that nature. And it really doesn't matter because we're selecting after opt-in. So whatever message type you send will be sent after they opt in. And again, it's after the initial opt-in. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to click Schedule SMS Message. I'm going to confirm. Now, this isn't going out to a bunch of people right now, or a bunch of subscribers. This is essentially being scheduled so that when someone opts in, it will trigger this message and send to that new person. So I can walk you through it real quick. When they text the word test 910, which is the keyword to the short code, they're going to get a request for information message, which is going to require them to reply yes to opt in. And that's set here and says this in the message. When they reply yes, they're going to receive the opt-in message. Now, this would be the first time they opt in, they'll receive this message. If they opt in multiple times, so they'll opt out and then opt back in again. Some people are trying to see if they can get additional promotions. They would receive this message. Now, as you can see in these opt-in messages, there's no coupon code or promotion or reward for opting in. It's essentially just a standard, what we call legal message. It's just confirming that they've opted in. So now they're part of the campaign. Now we'll go to messaging and we'll go to scheduled messages because it's a scheduled message that's been preset. And this one is immediately after opt-in and it's set for only the initial opt-in. So when they opt in on the first time after they receive the confirmation message, they're going to receive this promotion, which is essentially a reward for opting in, for giving the phone number to the business and allowing them to text message them in the future. Now, if you want to go a little more advanced, one thing you can do if you want is because consumers will opt in, they'll get the first promotion and they'll go, oh, this is great, let's opt out and then opt back in again to see if I can get it a second time. But if it's the second time, the non-initial opt-in, they're not going to get this message. They're just going to get the confirmation message and then receive nothing. So that might confuse some consumers. So if you want to be a little more advanced, you can go into new message and you could say, something like, sorry, you've already received our, welcome promo, but thanks for opting in, something along those lines. Again, you get 160 characters for SMS. You get a lot more characters and images and videos for MMS. I'm going to click schedule. And for this one, I'm going to select after non-initial opt-in. And I'm going to send it immediately. I'm going to click Schedule SMS Message. So what will happen here is the first time they opt in, immediately after they opt in, they're going to receive the promo code, the coupon code for the $5 off when you purchase $20. Then if they opt out, opt back in again, they're going to, after they receive the confirmation message, this is going to trigger the immediately after opt-in message for the non-initial subscribers. So they're going to receive, sorry, you've already received your welcome promo, but thanks for opting in. So this is how you set up a scheduled after opt-in message and do it the way so that consumers can't redeem or can't receive multiple coupon codes by opting in and opting out multiple different times. So it protects the business, also makes it a really great experience for the customer because first they get the welcome promo, but then also if they try to opt in again, after the first time, they're getting a prompt that essentially tells them why they're not receiving the promo a second time. So that's how to schedule a after opt-in message for both initial and non-initial text message subscribers using Tatango.com.